everyone, this is Fantasy Ask and welcome back to Lakeburg Legacies. When we left off in the previous episode, we had heartbreak and new dreams. Something very unexpected happened, so we know our childhood sweethearts, Calanth and Wolfgang, who we have been vying for this whole time. Calanth, unfortunately, died from hunger in the sewing workshop, guys. Died. And I was not expecting it at like 23 years old. They were obsessed with having a child, but they could not even get a family started. Absolutely destroyed me. So we lost Calanth, and then Cecilia, my favorite villager, Cecilia Taylor, one of the farmers, she decided to ask Wolfgang, the newly widowed Wolfgang, out on a date. I mean, she's kind of admired him and his relationship with Calanth, and she thought that she would, give him a bit of emotional support and a place to stay. And they became infatuated with each other and got married. Wolfgang is still very, very hung up on Calanth. Obviously, she was his everything, but I think he appreciates the effort that Cecilia is putting towards taking care of him. So things are okay between the two of them. That aside, because of Calanth's death at the sewing workshop, her apprentice, Hermione, suddenly had a change of dreams, and she decided that she didn't want another mentor at the sewing workshop. Like, Mirabelle could have taken her on as an apprentice, but Hermione did not want that. Hermione, and this is kind of interesting because I feel like last episode centered around Cecilia and her half-sister Hermione, because Hermione is her half-sister. So Hermione, she kind of felt that she would rather apprentice as a carpenter, builder, or lumberjack, especially because these are some of the industries, especially the carpenter's industry and the wood industry, that have completely collapsed, that she would rather kind of put her effort towards that. And also there's just like a bit too much drama happening at the sewing workshop, and Hermione feels like maybe the seamsters are getting further and further away from their craft and becoming a little bit too tangled. So she kind of felt it was too stifling. She wanted to get away from all of that, and for now she is taking a bit of a break from all of that, and so she is unemployed at 9 years old. But okay, guys, let us keep going and see what other drama we get. Both of our carpenters also died in the last episode, so Marie and Alana are now single. But let's take a look, guys. See what else is happening in Lakeburg. And Oliver has died. Okay, Oliver has died quietly. We were just saying how Helios, who was one of our carpenters, after rat training kind of failed, he got kicked out by the kingdom twice from his job as a rat trainer. He decided to pursue more stability and become a carpenter. I was very surprised that he died while working at the carpenter's workshop, and that Oliver was living a more fruitful life with his plague rats. Apparently not entirely the case, because Oliver has just died at 49 years old. And at 49 years old with 7 marriages. He had 7 marriages under his belt, guys. And Eamon is his son, one of the apprentice seamsters. Well, okay. Who else do we have that's single now? So now we have Effie, Marie, and Alana, who are single. So 2 ladies at the bakery are single, and then our chancellor, one of our chancellors. Okay, let's keep going. Let's see. Okay, someone has met. Dora and Cecilia. So the 2 farmers, we know this because Dora is Cecilia's stepmother and her former mentor, and they're now friends, which is really good. Wait, hold on. It says acquaintance. You guys became friends, though. You guys were friends. This is intriguing. I swear they were friends, guys. They were friends. So now I'm wondering, has their relationship gotten worse, perhaps? They've kind of dropped down from a friendship. It's at 13, their affinity. I haven't seen this before. Normally it doesn't work this, it goes the, other way. It improves, it gets more intense. But their relationship has become awful, apparently, their affinity. Huh. Okay. That's kind of different. But I suppose Cecilia and Dora have been maybe feeling strained because of the fact that some of the people in town are dying from hunger. And if we look at Cecilia's own family, I'm pretty sure Calanth, Hermione's mentor, died from hunger, not getting enough of those vital vegetables. So I wonder if Hermione being put out from that makes Dora, Hermione's mother, feel guilty about the fact that the farm is not doing as well as she would hope. And maybe that's straining her relationship with Cecilia as well. Like, both of them feel a little bit guilty that even though they're trying, like, two of them is not enough to kind of get things going the way they would wish or the way they'd hope. Okay, how is Cecilia's relationship? I mean, she doesn't really have a relationship with her half-sister Hermione, but I think it's Dora. I think Dora's feeling guilty, and that's straining, like, they have too many expectations of each other. She had high hopes. She's kind of grateful that Cecilia's there, but sometimes we take things for granted because we get too used to a beneficial change. Now she's kind of used to Cecilia working with her, and maybe she wishes they could do more and better so that Hermione wouldn't have been disappointed this way. Okay. But we have recruitment. We have the all-important recruitment. So let's take a look at what we might be able to get, or who we might be able to get. Okay, so we have Henry, who's 19 years old, of the noble class. Farmer! He can be a farmer. And then we have Penelope Walter, who's 18 years old, of the peasant class. She could be a healer, also a farmer. We have two potential farmers. I think I want to get Henry. We'll get Henry. I mean, granted, Penelope can probably do more with the healing and the farming, but we already have a healer. I'm going to get Henry. He looks kind of cool. This is going to be the lucky break because the farmers were struggling a little bit. Oh, we have had 50 villagers apparently move in from the outside. Wow. Okay, Henry, where'd you go, Henry? I'm gonna change his last name up. Henry Anderson? He can be Henry Anderson. Okay, he is lazy, humble, and rowdy, and is robust. So that is great. He's gonna live a long life, thank goodness. If we can have someone give us some stability as a farmer, I'm gonna be grateful. But he's a strong sort of guy. Let's see his preferences. He likes the countryside, public executions, and cuddles. He just likes painting, fishing, and silver and gold. Okay, please, let's settle into the farm, Henry. Okay, excellent. We get a bit more food now, guys. We get a bit more food. This is going to be like a huge help. So, wonderful. And now we need to see who his wife might be. Hopefully his wife is someone who's equally useful. Okay, Henry, let's do some matchmaking for you and see if we can get you a good wife. Let's take a look. Okay, this is average affinity, 52%. 52%. We have Sybil, who's 25 years old, of the artisan class. She is a social sort of person. She's energetic, hardworking, and brave, so she has like a bit of a perfect personality, but she is not going to be useful. She's going to be unemployed if she comes into the village. Okay, they agree on public executions, and then she also likes treats and feasting, dislikes reading, dancing, and muscles. Let's hope this doesn't pan out, because she doesn't have anything that's going to be beneficial to us. Okay, we're taking her out on a date. Let's see, they're going on a boat ride. We could get excited about great libraries or accuse, fat stray cats for every problem happening in Lakeburg. We'll accuse the cats. Darn it. Everyone knows a black cat brings bad luck. Henry and Sybil are plotting together to get rid of those filthy beasts. Isn't that cute? And then they're at the Hill by Moonlight. We could talk about the disgusting food at the banquet or recite a poem. We're going to recite a poem. Roses are red, violets are blue. I live in a small shed and I really love you. These clumsy little rhymes simply melt Sybil's heart. And finally, we're at the inn. We could say that mussels are, ridiculous. Or we could insult money. We're going to insult money. Or, it's not insulting, but saying that money creates problems. Sybil still thinks life is easier when you've got silver, gold, and diamonds. Rubies are also a plus. Okay, so Sybil is joining us, guys. It is a match. They are infatuated and getting married. I'm not happy with this relationship, but you know, Henry is. So okay, that's that. I think I'm gonna change her name. Let's see, so she is going to be Philomene? Philomene Ulrich. Okay, so this is gonna be the Ulrich family. She has a perfect personality. I'm just not too keen on her being unemployed, you know? But okay, she's gonna live in this first district with the Lancelot family, the Kolb family, and the Bonnets. So let's bring Penelope in. Oh, sorry, not Penelope, Philomene. Philomene Ulrich, apologies. Let's bring in Philomene. She and Henry want to have a baby. They have a 10% chance. Oh, Philomene. I mean, hopefully at some point she kind of has a reevaluation of her life and decides to become useful in some way. But Henry, I am so happy that he has come into Lakeburg. Like, we desperately, desperately needed him. Very much so. Okay, let's keep going, see what else is happening. Oh! No! They never even got to live, guys. They barely even got to live. Wolfgang has died of hunger. Oh, I feel like that would break Cecilia's heart, because he was Cecilia's first love and, you know, first husband, and oh, that's so sad that unfortunately she wasn't able, like, we didn't have enough food. We just didn't have enough food. Oh, Cecilia, I wonder if she's already, like, her relationship with her stepmother and mentor is already being strained because they couldn't kind of produce enough food. It's kind of hard to work the farm and have the entire kingdom's, you know, diet on your shoulders, or well-being. So there's that. But recently they did get a farmer, Henry, and maybe, you know, things were supposed to improve, but it wasn't improving fast enough, and her husband suffered from that. And he has passed away, guys, from hunger at only 24 years old. Oh, that crushes me. I had such high hopes for Calanth and Wolfgang. I had such high hopes, but they both died. They both died very, very young. Ah, that's so sad. Okay, and now we have like 4 ladies in the village. We have way more women than men, for sure, who are unfortunately single at this point. So literally the males are hot commodities. Okay, let's keep trudging ahead, seeing what happens. Okay, Han and Godric. Where are you guys? I don't know where you guys popped up. Han and Godric are getting along with each other. I'm pretty sure this is father and son, if I'm not mistaken. Where is Han? Oh, Han! Han's 18 years old, guys! Han is 18 years old. Okay. So has he rekindled his relationship with his father? I imagine so. He is ascetic, hardworking, and ill-mannered, so a little bit rude. But let's see. Carpenter! Okay, carpenter, prankster, rat trainer. Some of these are things that we need. But okay, Han, you have a lot of ladies in town. But yeah, he wants to be a carpenter. You know what? I kind of feel like similar to Hermione, he is kind of disenfranchised with the idea of being in the sewing workshop. I mean, that's where he's apprenticed his whole life under his father, and the relationships there are a bit too messy, and I think he just wants to get away from it. He would rather kind of go and be a carpenter. And this is not too much of a stretch. I feel like a lot of apprentices from the sewing workshop have ended up either apprenticing at the carpenters, like it's happened in the past. So it kind of makes sense that similarly, he would want to pursue a career as a carpenter instead. I feel like this transition from sewing workshop to carpenter is something we've been seeing with a few other villages. And since there are like 2 vacancies, that industry's collapsed, Han wants to take up responsibility here. So, okay, Han, you can be a carpenter. However, we don't have hunters to support, like, the leather production. So even if he is a carpenter, it's not like he's really going to have any work, unfortunately. But I think he's happy just being away from maybe the toxicity of the sewing workshop. Okay, This does mean, he's homeless, isn't he? Yeah, this means that he is going to have some matchmaking going. Yeah, Han, I kind of want to take a look at his, so he's the son of Godric and Meliora. I feel like he's a good blend of his parents. Like, I cannot tell that he looks more like one or the other. He's a nice blend. But okay, I think Effie is gonna ask Han out on a date. She's 35-year-old baker. Yeah, a 35-year-old baker, and then Han, 18-year-old carpenter. Are they connected in any way? I don't think so. They're not connected in any way. But yeah, Effie, she is going to ask Han on a date, and we'll see how that goes. They have a bad affinity. It's at 35% because Effie has recently been widowed and heartbroken. If that wasn't the case, it might be better because they do agree on dancing and poetry. But let's see how this goes. Okay, so it's starting off at the inn. We could talk about the sufferings of war, talk about favorite songs. We'll go with the songs. Effie and Han talk for hours about their favorite bards and musical genres. Okay, so we're at the Hill by Moonlight. We could criticize anything with rhythm or insult muscles. We'll insult muscles. And a tiny... Han doesn't end his sentence, but Effie got the message. And they are discussing marriage almost immediately, so they are infatuated with each other. I think Effie has... Maybe she just wanted some security for her child and wanted a stepfather for the young one, and unexpectedly she ended up like really enjoying his company. Okay, and this is going to be like Han's first love. So they are infatuated. They have a decent start to their marriage, which is good for them. And let's take a look at Effie's house. Okay, she is Eamon's. She was married to Oliver, wasn't she? She was married to Oliver. Yeah. So Eamon is Oliver's son. Okay. Okay. You know what? A carpenter, I think, is a step up from a rat trainer. Yeah, I think it's a bit of a step up, no? Okay, well, I think the other ladies, some of them, not all of them, some of them might be a little bit envious. I mean, they're all heartbroken, so I don't imagine they would be... Yeah, they're all heartbroken, so I imagine they wouldn't be too kind of jealous necessarily. I mean, I was thinking maybe they'd be jealous that, you know, like fresh meat came and was snagged up straight away, but no. Since they are heartbroken, I imagine they haven't been single long enough to be too envious of Effie. They're still trying to get over their own losses. Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Oh, Cecilia and Henry. Oh no. They've met at the farm and they don't get along well. Really? Oh, come on. Come on, guys. You're supposed to, you know, have a decent environment. I think Cecilia just feels bitter right now. I think she feels bitter because Wolfgang died. And maybe she feels as though Henry's not enough. Like he's not pulling his weight. He's not enough. Maybe that's what's going on here. Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Oh, what's this? Event, a sticky brew. Philomene and Henry have been chatting for hours at the inn. Suddenly, Henry poured his beer on Philomene, completely soaking the poor soul. How will she react? She could smile politely. It gets rid of some clothes, but it increases their affection by 10%. And Philomene is grateful, Henry's embarrassed, or we could laugh, and something might happen. I think she's gonna laugh. Okay, seeing Philomene laugh merrily at his clumsiness, Henry apologized with a smile. Covered in sticky beer, Philomene offered him to come to her place to take a bath. I mean, you guys are married, you know? Okay, so their relationship has gone up by 10%, and now both of them are charmed and Henry is grateful. Okay, I like that. I like that. It improved their relationship even more, which is wonderful for the two of them. And oh my goodness, Marie and Nathan have become sworn enemies. Are you serious? Are you serious? Marie doesn't have enough things to do, apparently. Actually, right now, Marie and Nathan are both the like problem people at the bakery. The only thing keeping them at bay was Eloise, Nathan's mentor slash best friend, and Marie's daughter. Ever since Eloise died, I think it's been getting from like bad to worse. And because they don't have like any work to do, there's no bread to bake. There's no bake to bread, yes. No bread to bake. Obviously, their attention is going elsewhere. Like they don't have work to be focused on, you know? Yay. But okay guys, with that said and done, I am going to leave off here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all next time. Bye bye.